Today we will be discussing the Vets4Pets business model. If you have always wondered how they make money, this is the video for you. What we are going to cover is the whole conglomerate within the pet food industry in the UK. So let's get started with who owns Vets4Pets. So Vets4Pets is owned by Pets at Home PLC. Pets at Home have three different business revenue models. The first one would be your retail branch, your vet group, and the grooming salons and other pet services. So the first thing to note is that this is an ecosystem. This is part of the Pets at Home PLC ecosystem. So to understand it a bit better, we are going to talk about franchisees or joint venture partners, as Pets at Home put it on their website. The first thing to note is that if you are a vet and you are driven and you would like to have your own vet practice, Pets at Home through Vets4Pets will offer you a partnership, a franchisee-franchisor agreement, whereby you can run your own business, you can run your own vet practice, but you are going to be ring-fenced as to what you can do in terms of serving products, selling products, and offering certain treatments, so you will not be 100% free. More on this later. Franchisees get support with all matters of the business world. This would be their accounting, their suppliers, their invoices, and any support that has to do with the daily run of the business. Whereas vets tend to be more vets and they don't really want to get involved with the business aspect. A joint venture with Pets at Home allows you, if you are interested, to get in the business world through Vets4Pets. Where the thing starts getting a bit dicey is with the contractual agreements that all vets working for Vets4Pets must abide by. And these are that you cannot sell, that you cannot prescribe any food that isn't Royal Canin, Hales or Purina. Now this is part of a bigger conversation because the pet food industry has deep ramifications. How well, if you have a business channel, which is a vet identifies a problem with a dog or a cat, that vet puts the dog on a hypoallergenic or an allergenic food, for example, that customer then goes to Pets at Home to buy that same product. That is a self-fulfilling business model, a self-fulfilling prophecy. What's wrong with that? There is nothing inherently wrong with that. What we have a problem with is the quality of the food and the quality of the ingredients Vets4Pets and Pets at Home prescribe and sell. Royal Canin, Purina and Hales are the big three when it comes to prescription diets. It is very likely that if you go to Vets4Pets and you have a problem with your dog or cat, you will be put on a hypoallergenic or an allergenic, or they will try to flog you something along those lines. They will give you a bag of food, prescription food with a label, and that will be the food you take home or the food you have to buy somewhere else. Now, it is very important that you get to grips with what's happening, because what's happening that the pet food industry now has you sucked in. What do I mean? Well, it all has to do with the quality of the ingredients that you are being sold. For example, if you go and you have a problem with your dog, you may be prescribed with something like this, which is for sensitive stomach in this case. You only have to look at the ingredients and you will see things like only 9% chicken, bruised rice, brown rice, maize gluten meal, whatever maize gluten meal is. You will see oils and fats, and you will see animal fats, unspecified animal fat. So let me give you an example. If you have a dog with a sensitive stomach, or you have a dog with an allergy and you get given a prescription bag of food that contains only 9% chicken or something that's animal fat, which is unspecified animal fat, will we know what we are giving the dog and whether what we are giving the dog is causing them a reaction? Of course not. Why? Because these people will not care about the quality of the ingredients that go in the food. So the best piece of advice I can give you is for you to read the ingredients for every bag of food you pick up. And if you see rice, brewer's yeast, and if you see brown rice, maize, barley, corn, soya meal, sugar, even sugar is in pet food, that you put it back and you do not feed it to the dog. The main problem with Vets4Pets and the Pets at Home PLC business model is that it is too entrenched with the pet food industry. A company that sells things which have cereals, meat and animal derivatives and sugars is not likely to have the best interest at heart when it comes to your dog or cat. So it is best to ignore certain advice because you will not have your problem solved via one of these dog foods. So things to remember from this video: that Vets4Pets is a subsidiary, is a sister company from Pets at Home, which is part of the same conglomerate. The second thing to remember is that vets are contractually obliged to sell you only certain foods. These foods will then be sold at your local Pets at Home. And remember that the same company that sells you cereals, meat and animal derivatives, rawhide, and all sorts of ingredients that are harmful for your dog is the one that's prescribing the very food that's causing the problem with your dog. So that is the only problem we have with Vets4Pets. And do remember that we as a company could sell Royal Canin, Hills, Purina. We could sell all these foods and side with a vet and we could make more money, but we don't. Why? Because those foods are not good for your dog or cat and will have a detrimental impact on your pet's health. So you should always read the ingredients for everything you give your dog or cat, and your dog or cat will be better for it. Please comment, please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.